I honestly, as a white man, couldn't answer that question because I've never been in a situation where I have felt the kind of racism that a lot of people deal with every day. I'll never be able to fully understand.
What are your thoughts on the Ten Commandments statue? Because there was an effort to tear that down or put the satanic statue up. Do you think?
Again, I mean, it just gets into personal beliefs. I think that the satanic statue would have every legal right to be next to the Ten Commandments statue, as the Ten Commandments statue has to be there. There's a legal means for either taking one of them down or putting one of them up. And if someone wants to do it, then that's on them and their own religious beliefs. But yeah, that's my opinion on it.
Yeah. Currently, I think you have to submit. A state legislature has to sponsor it, and it goes through there, passed, and then signed by governor, like any other state law, and then it goes through.
See, unfortunately, a lot of our state representatives are running unopposed. So we have a bad problem here in Arkansas of having taxation without representation, because a lot of Arkansans don't even get to vote on the representatives that are representing them and enforcing and creating their taxes because they're running unopposed. So it would be nice to one day make it so we have no candidates in Arkansas running unopposed, so that there is always a choice and someone is always being voted into office rather than assigned into office.
I see. Well, thank you so much, Dan.
No problem. Thank you. Who are y'all with?
I'm with a group called Keep Arkansas Legal on YouTube, Gab, and Parler. Those are alternative media outlets.
By legal?
Keep Arkansas Legal, all one word.
Like, what do you mean by legal?
Originally, it was an effort to reduce the number of illegal aliens in the state of Arkansas.
There really aren't many undocumented people here in Arkansas because it's really, really difficult to get a job being undocumented here in this state.
Yeah, mainly Northwest Arkansas with the chicken plants of Tyson Foods, but I've seen, for instance, in Alabama when they passed self-deportation laws, a lot of the crime rate dropped, a lot of the unemployment dropped. There was a story, if you type in Alabama self-deportation, it's a story from, I think, 2006, where within 24 hours when the chicken plant, after they had passed this law, it was surrounded mainly with blacks and poor whites and Hispanics, because a lot of these food processing plants, they don't hire legally. And so they kind of have a blacks need not apply policy. But
why aren't the food processing plants being prosecuted for hiring?
That's actually a very good question, one of many good questions.
And also, undocumented people can't really qualify for unemployment, though, at the same time.
Officially, legally, they're not supposed to get that or tax rebates, but I know if you type in Atlanta $47 million, what happens is they commit fraud, or they steal somebody's social security number, and they get rebates and then other benefits that they're not supposed to be getting, because a lot of county and local officials look the other way. We just had one in Craighead County. He wasn't giving money to illegals, but he was stealing money for himself, and it was like $1.7 million. It was like the Craighead County.
I don't got you. You're good.
Secretary of, or was a secretary or something to that effect. And yeah, there's lots of money on state and local areas where they just don't bother to process and see who's who, and so that's what happens. But
well, I think the first thing we need to do is really crack down on prosecuting employers that hire undocumented people, and that way undocumented people would be less likely to apply for those jobs. But again, I don't think that's a huge issue here in Arkansas anymore. But hopefully what we can do is create a clear, legitimate path to citizenship or residency. That way we don't have to worry about undocumented people working when they shouldn't be. Everybody should be able to work if they want to have a job, because we have too many people who are actually here with social security numbers, American citizens, that don't want to work and have no jobs. So we should definitely create a clear path towards residency.
Like an amnesty?
It's hard to say exactly. I'm not an immigration lawyer. I just know because my wife is an immigrant. So we've been through the process. I know how expensive it is, how scary it is.
Yeah, my mom's an immigrant.
How really hard the whole process is. And we need to make it so that it's not extremely expensive, overburdening, and scary. And that way we can have the people who want to be residents or citizens to actually be here legally and contribute to our society, that opportunity. It's not like we have an overpopulation issue. It's not like we are running low on resources, where we really have the room, and it would raise our GDP up by, I believe it's like 0.75% if we actually gave every single undocumented people here either residency or citizenship. But it should definitely be up to their choice whether or not they want to be a citizen, because there are dual citizen laws that do affect families, such as maybe you own property in a different country, and if you get dual citizenship, you'll lose your property and things like that. But it should be an option to anybody who is living here, willing to contribute to our society and make America better. We should be able to help them do that in a legal way where they can help our society grow without being scared for their lives every single day.